In the late 15th century, a world of mystery and possibility stretched beyond the familiar horizons of Europe. It was an age of exploration, driven by the lure of the East, its riches, its spices, its fabled lands. And at the heart of this era stood Christopher Columbus, a Genoese mariner with a vision that defied the accepted understanding of the world. Imagine Europe at this time, in the late 1400s. Trade with Asia was vital, but the routes were long, arduous, and often controlled by others. Columbus, however, harbored a daring idea: to reach the east by sailing westward across the Atlantic Ocean. He believed the Earth was smaller than most scholars thought, and that Asia lay within reach. After years of seeking royal patronage, his persistence paid off. The Spanish monarchs, Queen Isabella I of Castile and King Ferdinand II of Aragon, eager to expand their influence and wealth, agreed to finance his ambitious voyage. In the year 1492, Columbus set sail from Palos de la Frontera, Spain, with 3 small ships: the Santa Maria, his flagship, the Pinta, and the Niña. His journey into the unknown was fraught with challenges. Weeks turned into months, and the vastness of the ocean became apparent. Doubts and anxieties began to plague the crew. They had sailed further west than anyone before them, and land was nowhere in sight. Mutiny simmered beneath the surface. But Columbus, a man of unwavering conviction, pressed onward. He relied on his calculations, his faith, and his sheer determination. Then, in the early hours of October 12, 1492, a cry rang out from the Pinta: "Tierra, land." Columbus and his crew landed on an island in the Bahamas, which he named San Salvador. Believing he had reached the East Indies, he called the native inhabitants Indians. He explored other islands in the Caribbean, including parts of what are now Cuba and Hispaniola, today Haiti and the Dominican Republic, claiming them for Spain. Over the course of 3 more voyages, Columbus continued to explore the Caribbean and parts of the Central and South American coasts. He charted new territories, encountered diverse cultures, and brought back news of the lands and peoples he had found. However, Columbus's voyages were not without controversy and consequence. While celebrated for opening a new era of global interaction, his arrival also marked the beginning of European colonization in the Americas. The indigenous populations faced displacement, disease, and exploitation. The transatlantic slave trade, which would have a devastating impact for centuries, also began during this period. Today, Christopher Columbus is a figure mired in debate. Monumental statues stand in his memory, while others call for the re-examination of his legacy.